Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Now at 6, a family of 9 is out of their home after fire in Johnston County. Officials say a July 4th celebration is to blame.
And scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible today. Coming up, I'll explain the timeline and the impacts we can see.
Starting today, you'll face new scrutiny at the door when you visit a school in Wake County. What's behind the changes going into effect for the new school year?
And it was a memorable night at the DVAP with fireworks on and off the field. The team delivering an unforgettable performance for the big holiday crowd. Much of it coming in the bottom of the ninth. Wow, staying for that. Glad they had fireworks planned. It was not just for Independence Day, but, you know, the Bulls deserved it. I'll tell you more about that coming up. It is 6 o'clock. Great to have you with us. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Yeah, as we get our Back to Work Wednesday started here, what could cause all that commotion on the field? We will get to it. It's super interesting. Peter Sherwood, meantime, in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now with that severe risk we're facing today.
We have a level 1 today. Damaging wind speeds will be possible with some storms that develop this afternoon, and we're likely to see pockets of heavy rainfall. Here's the deal. Our temperatures today will not be as hot as yesterday, and it's because of all the clouds that we're expecting into the afternoon. The rain is going to build in as well and provide some of you guys with a much needed brief relief from the heat. We're likely to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms develop after 2 o'clock and grow in coverage as we head into the evening commute. Some of those storms could bring pockets of heavy rainfall. By the time we head into around 9 o'clock, our storm chances will come down. Lingering showers will gradually clear out. By midnight, we're going to see drier conditions move in. Here's a live look at Durham, where we have clouds this morning. We have sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, dew points in the 70s as well. It is very warm for this hour. Now is the time to go for a walk, especially in Roxborough, where it's 66 degrees out there. We are going to make it into the 90s for today with a high of 92. You factor in the humidity, we're talking about a feels like temperature of 100. Coming up, I'm going to show you just how much rainfall we're expecting from showers and thunderstorms today. Brian?
Pete, it's 6:02 right now, and this incident over on the southeast side of Raleigh is a disabled vehicle on Rock Quarry Road at Riverbrook, which is not too far from the Jones Sausage New Hope Road intersection there. Not seeing any delays, just look out for maybe some police activity on the side of the road. Live look at those sensors now on 40 westbound through Wake County. We're looking fine through Garner, South Raleigh, all the way out toward the airport. And as you come in from Durham on 40 eastbound, also looking good heading into the airport exits.
Brian, thanks. We're following breaking news this morning in Selma, where a family of 9 is out of their home after a fire. This happened on Myrtle Road, just off I-95. The fire broke out around 1:30 this morning. The WRAL breaking news tracker was there at the scene. And get this, the fire chief says the fire started from firework residue. We're told the family put fireworks in the trash outside, and it caught fire and spread to the home. Fire crews say half of the home was damaged. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The Red Cross is helping the family this morning.
New security measures are going in place in Wake County schools starting today. It's all part of an effort to better protect children and teachers. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live this morning. And Carrie, take us through some of these new protocols and what folks will have to do to get in the door.
Hey, good morning. This new visitor management system is going to check for 3 things: recent custody orders, protection orders, and sex offender registries. Now, visitors will go into a school at the front desk, go to an iPad, scan their ID, type in some personal information, and then get a background check within minutes. Year-round employees have already trained on this last week ahead of some students starting school July 11th. This new system is launching as a part of the district's response to a 2019 security audit of their schools. Here's what happens if a visitor gets flagged.
It'll automatically send communications to the SRO, to security personnel, school administrators, who then can troubleshoot to see if there's an issue there.
But what happens if there is a problem with the iPad? Well, the district says they've already thought that through and they've trained their employees on how to manually check in visitors on their own computers behind the front desk. So they're hoping to work through any kinks in the system before the first day of school on August 28th. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Cary.
Happening today, millions of people returning home after traveling for the July 4th holiday. This is a live look outside RDU Airport, where officials there say a record-breaking number of passengers came through over the past few days. Now, for those of you traveling by car, you'll notice extra traffic today. AAA says more than 40 million people drove to their destinations this year. That's an increase of more than 2% from last year. To avoid heavy traffic, you'll want to hit the road before 2 this afternoon. And AAA says the worst time for drivers will be between 3 and 6 p.m. tonight.
And happening now in the WRAL Live Center, Renee, we are checking the status of flights at RD International at this hour. Right now, I can tell you, when we came on the air at 4:30 this morning, there were just one delayed flight. Right now, there are 4, no cancellations to speak of. But if we're giving you the big picture look nationwide, right now, there are more than 300 flights that are delayed and about 76 canceled flights nationwide. Of course, we'll continue to monitor these numbers here in the WRAL Live Center.
Wake County will open its cooling stations again today for people to escape the heat and humidity. Folks can stop by the county's public library locations during normal hours. Several other locations will also act as cooling shelters. They include Wake County Health and Human Services and the Eastern, Northern, and Southern Regional Centers. Doors open at 8:30 this morning and they close at 5:15 p.m.
The person accused of shooting and killing 5 people in Philadelphia will face a judge today. Authorities have not publicly identified the 40-year-old. A district attorney says today's arraignment will be for murder charges. The suspect is also expected to face aggravated assault, weapons charges, and more. 2 boys, ages 2 and 13, were also hurt in the shooting on Monday. Authorities say the shooter had an AR-style rifle, bulletproof vest, and rounds of ammunition.
New details in the deadly dog attack in Johnston County. WRAL has learned one of the 2 dogs that killed a man at a home in Clayton also attacked another person at that home earlier that day. Investigators say the dog bit a veterinarian who was checking on the dogs Monday at the home on Edelstone Court. 67-year-old Anthony Bastardi later came to the home to check on his daughter's dogs while she was away, and both dogs attacked him, killing him. WRAL spoke with an expert who says anyone considering owning a large breed of dog must consider the risks.
Being realistic, becoming informed, probably reaching out to professionals before you make decisions is a great way to avoid these issues.
We've reached out to Bastardi's family for comment, and they're asking for privacy at this time.
We're working to learn what caused a large fire at a home in Knightdale. This is video from the WRAL breaking news tracker yesterday. You can see extensive damage to the roof of the house on Whispering Creek Court. We're told 3 people were home at the time. No one was hurt.
3-2 to Masabe, line out to right center, falls for a hit. This will tie the game. Dini and Gray are in. Here's Aranda on the way home. It's a miracle.
Miracle. Fans who filled the DBAP for the 4th of July got a huge thrill. This was even before the fireworks started in the air. The Bulls scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th and came back with that miraculous 6-5 win over the Norfolk Tides. A fitting way to lead into the holiday celebration that followed. How great is that? The Bull City lit up there. More than 11,000 fans stuck around at the DBAP and were treated to an amazing fireworks show after the game. All in all, it was a memorable night for all those families who were at the game to celebrate Independence Day.
A night deserving of fireworks. 6:08 now. A series of shark attacks have some families worried about going into the water. People on Long Island say it's reminding them of the movie Jaws.
2 sheriff's deputies in Los Angeles are under investigation this morning. The violent struggle caught on camera that has them under scrutiny.
And it's feeling like summer today with a high of 92 degrees, dew points in the 70s, so it's actually going to feel like 100. We also have a good chance of seeing showers and thunderstorms develop for this afternoon, with additional chances for the rest of the week coming up. I'm going to time out our storm chances as we head through the day.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
Welcome back, everyone. As we take a live look at Franklinton this morning, we have a lot of cloud cover out there for this hour. Those clouds are going to be with us all day long, and that is one of the reasons why our temperatures are not going to be hot as they were yesterday. Let's look at the numbers right now. Out the door, 73 in Rocky Mount, 72 in Clinton. We're seeing 74 degrees out there in Durham. It's very warm for this morning, and you can also thank the clouds for that, keeping those temperatures just locked in overnight, acting like a blanket as you step out the door. It's already very much humid. 92 will be the high, and that's going to come with some scattered showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon leading into this evening. Our storm chances, I'll take a look at that hour by hour.
6:13 right now, Pete, as we check traffic around the Triangle. We still have that disabled vehicle reported on the southeast side of Raleigh on Rock Quarry Road near Jones Sausage Road. Just want to look out for some flashing lights there on the side of the road. Want to head out to Knightdale for a live look at 87 at Bethlehem Road toward 540. That is southbound traffic heading away from us, picking up only a 1-minute delay on that southbound side of 87 from 64 Business out to 440. Renee.
Brian, thank you. 2 Los Angeles sheriff's deputies are under investigation after a violent struggle outside a grocery store. The sheriff's office released body cam video of the incident, which happened last month. It shows deputies trying to detain a couple, matching the description of robbery suspects. In the struggle, a woman is thrown to the ground, and one of the deputies puts its hand on the back of her neck.
Stop. And you get punched in the face.
You punch me and you're gonna get sued too. You already got sued. I got it on camera.
Stop.
I
Turn
got it
around.
on camera. Get your neck off my. I can't breathe. Nothing.
The deputy then sprays a substance in the woman's face. The man tells them the woman has cancer. The LA Sheriff's Department says both deputies have been reassigned during the investigation.
New this morning, Israel says it has withdrawn all its troops from a militant stronghold in the West Bank. Troops engaged in a 2-day raid of the city of Yenin. At least 12 people were killed, a dozen more were injured. Israel said it was targeting Palestinian terrorists.
Biden administration officials and federal agencies can no longer contact social media companies about certain content. A federal judge issued the recent ruling. It bans them from requesting to take down content that contains free speech. Some of the agencies listed include the Department of Health and Human Services, the Justice Department, and the FBI. The ruling does not prevent the government from contacting companies to address national security threats.
Families are in fear at beaches on Long Island after a series of suspected shark attacks. Beaches were under heightened surveillance for the 4th of July holiday because of the increase in shark encounters. State park officials delayed the opening of one beach by 90 minutes after sighting dozens of sharks in the water. There have been 5 reported attacks in just over 48 hours. No one's been seriously hurt, but it has some people thinking twice about going in the water.
I was born in 1968, so when Jaws came out, I went to see it in the movie theater, and it completely scared the life out of me. I would not go in the water for like 10 years after that. And now that there's actual sharks in the water, I probably won't anytime soon.
There were a total of 8 shark bites reported in that area all of last year. Experts say people should only go in the water when lifeguards are on duty.
A 3-day celebration of life has been announced to honor Dr. Christine King Ferris, Martin Luther King Jr.'s eldest sister. The King and Ferris families say services will be held July 11th, 15th, and 16th. Each day will reflect King Ferris's career, faith, and legacy. They include tributes from Spelman College, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Funeral services will be held at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, where Martin Luther King was a pastor.
A new blood test is helping to predict preeclampsia in pregnant women. It was just approved by the FDA. Preeclampsia causes high blood pressure, which can escalate to eclampsia, and that can cause some seizures and even lead to death. The blood test will determine if a woman will develop a serious form of the disease. It's been available in Europe for years and can tell with up to 96% accuracy who won't develop preeclampsia.
We are just a day out from the launch of a new social media app that's competing with Twitter. It's called Threads. Facebook's parent company, Meta, says it's linked to Instagram. Screen grabs released to media outlets show an interface that looks a lot like Twitter.
Wake County Animal Shelter is nearing capacity once again. They have a special week to help find dogs their forever homes. Right now, there are 84 dogs up for auction, or adoption, I should say. The shelter says 45 of them have been living in kennels for over 3 weeks. The shelter is waiving adoption fees for those dogs through July 10th. The shelter held a similar promo last month, and that resulted in almost 30 dogs finding permanent homes. The shelter is open every day from noon to 6 p.m.
From forever homes, it feels like forever heat. Once again, we're dealing with a hot and humid day. The one good piece of news, well, it's a few degrees less than yesterday, Peta.
Yeah, 95 yesterday, 92 today in Raleigh. It's still going to feel like the triple digits, so it's still going to be very much hot out there. You got to make sure that you're taking breaks from the heat. 91 in Durham, feeling like 99, and 90 degrees for the high temperature in Fayetteville, feeling like 102. We also have the chance of seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms develop today. This boundary that's over the state will continue to slowly move towards the east just a little bit and turn stationary as we head into the afternoon. That is going to promote some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and some storms today that will likely develop could be strong to severe. Damaging wind speeds will be possible with some of those storms that roll through. And we also have a low risk of flooding today. Isolated flash flooding cannot be ruled out. With some of those storms, we can get some pockets of heavy rainfall that could onset flood warnings. So you want to keep that WRAL severe weather app with you throughout the afternoon and evening. If some of those storms turn severe, we will let you know, and you'll know, hey, I need to get inside and make sure to be weather aware. This stationary boundary will likely cause those showers and thunderstorms to develop around 2 o'clock. That will continue as we head into the evening commute, and we are going to see lingering showers around 9 o'clock. Our storm potential will come down, looking a little bit drier as we head into midnight. Come tomorrow, this boundary isn't going anywhere. We have an area of low pressure that will likely develop, and that low pressure system will allow us to see another round of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Winds will be surging in out of the south, so we do anticipate warm conditions again for tomorrow afternoon. Within the next 2 days, we're looking at 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. Remember, if you get caught under one of those thunderstorms, you could see some higher rainfall totals, especially as we head into this afternoon. Rain chances will stay with us into the weekend, a 30% chance of rain on Saturday and Sunday. So if you do have to get some yard work done, I think you can find some time to get that done for this week. It is not going to rain all day long, but that chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms will likely pop for us. Temperatures are going to be hot, 92 for the high today, heading out to the park, walking the dog, going for a run. Get there early. Temperatures in the 70s this morning. Will climb into the 80s around lunchtime with a high of 92 degrees. It will feel like the triple digits. And the humidity is going to stay locked in for the next 7 days. So will our storm chances in the afternoon. Brian?
6:20 right now, Pete, and we still have that disabled vehicle reported on Rock Quarry Road near Jones Sausage Road on the southeast side of Raleigh. Not seeing any delays with it, but look out for some police activity perhaps there on the side of the road as they work to get that cleared. Around the rest of Wake County, we're in fine shape as we get started. Also looking good in Durham and Chapel Hill right now. I want to take you out to I-40 at Aviation Parkway and get a look at your ride into RDU this morning. You can see both directions of I-40 looking fine right now on that camera. Looking good out of West Raleigh on 40 westbound from Wade Avenue. Also 540 westbound is clear to the airport exits, and coming in from Chapel Hill and Durham on 40 eastbound, you're in good shape.
Thanks, Brian. There are new developments from Carowinds, where a roller coaster with a broken support beam remains closed. The response from the company that built the ride after it got a closer look at the damage.
The world's top hot dog eaters are keeping their titles for another year. To the winners go the spoils after a long day at Coney Island.
Oh, delicious. Here are your winning lottery numbers on your screen right now.
I can't watch.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Adele is asking her fans to be respectful to performers on stage.
Brian Schrader here now with What's Trending on our Wednesday morning, Brian.
Yeah, this is a really crummy trend. Adele asked her fans to remember their show etiquette. It comes after a series of incidents where fans have been throwing things on stage and hitting performers. Singer Bebe Rexha suffered a cut in a black eye when a fan hit her with a cell phone last month. And Kelsey Ballerini also recently was hit by an object on stage.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this when it happened, when Bebe Rexha got hit. It's awful. It's just a terrible thing. And Adele was, she was, using expletives, telling the crowd, listen, don't do this kind of stuff. And she did it at the exact time that she was shooting T-shirts from one of those guns into the crowd. So she kind of made a joke about the whole thing about, I got to give my gun back now. She was shooting T-shirts to them, throwing objects into the crowd.
Yeah, just cheer, applause.
Yeah.
You don't need to throw anything at the stage.
Right.
Come on.
Wimbledon's opening rounds are this week, and one of the game's all-time greats being celebrated. That's Roger Federer getting a minute-and-a-half standing ovation at center court yesterday. He was honored for his record 8 Wimbledon championships, and Federer retired, of course, at the end of last year.
One of the greatest tennis players of all time, 20 career Grand Slam titles, and just a class act. It was so amazing watching him play when he was at his prime. He made it look so effortless, and clearly the crowd still loves him.
They appreciate him. Even the players, current players, said it was just inspiring just to see him there, give a wave, shake a hand. It was nice.
One of the best.
Brian, thank you for that. The king and queen of hot dog eating are holding on to their titles. It's Joey Chestnut, who won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest yesterday. 62 dogs in 10 minutes. It's the 16th time he has won the event. And he had to wait to get his feast. It was delayed for a couple hours because of lightning in that area. Miki Sudo won the women's event for the record 9th time. She edged out her competition with 39.5 dogs in 10 minutes time.
Their expressions when they're eating them.
They just need some Tums and move on with their day. They're full, though. She and Joey Chestnut will join today live this morning, and we'll see how they're feeling now after eating all those hot dogs to keep their titles. Today airs 7 o'clock right here on WRAL.
The humidity is here to stay, and thunderstorm coverage will grow for this afternoon. Coming up, we're going to go hour by hour and walk through our rain chances over the next 2 days.
You'll now need to go through additional security checks before you can step foot inside a school in Wake County. The new effort now in place and how it aims to keep your kids safe.
And an investigation is now happening inside the White House, where you're looking live right now. The discovery in the West Wing that has Secret Service digging deeper.